Hey everybody, how we doing? Welcome to my build. I should look up there. Which is with this direction. Welcome to my build of my Enterprise, the USS Maty prize. I got it. It's ginormous. Oh my gosh. Well, I've been loving in Starfield. I've been loving all of the shipbuilding. I'm saying it's like some grown up Legos or something like that. I'm just having the best time with the shipbuilding, and there's so many great videos online. There's so many, I love watching. I've been watching all the top tens and everything, and if any of you that have made those build videos are watching this one, thank you for all the inspiration and stuff. I've made like the X-wing. I've made the Millennium Falcon. It's just been so much fun, and it was through those videos and building those things I learned about what was going on with our I would say crafting, but it's our building, our shipbuilding in here. And so I wanted to make an Enterprise. Now the Enterprise is hard. Enterprise is hard for two things. It's very difficult to make a actual disc, that resembles the Enterprise. And so a lot of the videos I saw, they'll take certain large cockpits and kind of do the best that they can, or do kind of either a certain class of ship from Star Trek that kind of fits a little bit better, a little bit easier to make and stuff. But I wanted the Miranda class, the Defiant class. I wanted that iconic shape, and I kind of my version is kind of a blend of the two in here, but I think it's the closest that I've seen from all the wonderful videos out there that I actually get, just because I've built it so big, I'm able to make an actual kind of what resembles a disc, and it has some functionality with it as well. So I present to you my build video for this. I initially, for some of the videos I've seen, I've seen that they quietly go through every single piece as they're building it, or they'll show off the pieces first, and then they'll build it and put it all together. I think I'm going to do it as I go. I think that's the way I'm going to go with this, because it's just so much. It'll take like a really long time to go through, each one separately and then putting it all together. So I'm going to build it as we go and show you all the parts as we go. Now, to give you a kind of a heads up, this is just the way that I did. I balanced two things, form and function, in here. I wanted it to be something that looked, as soon as you looked at it, you're like, oh, that's a Star Trek, that's a reference to the Enterprise. And I wanted it to be very functional, something that I could use. And so there might be some choices that I did as far as like pieces that I put on it that are just structural pieces, so I didn't have to weigh myself down with too many habs. Not as far as mass, but as far as just passageways and stuff. Because when I originally built my first version of it, I got very lost. I still got lost a few times as I went through to build it, and so I wanted to come up with something that was functional use if I'm going to use it myself, or when I'm putting crew in it, or whatnot. And so there's a lot of options within here. So this is a great kind of I don't want to say a starter thing, because I put a lot of time into this, a lot of thought into it. But if there are things that you want to swap out, if things that you want to change in there, you can. Absolutely in here. I picked, like I said, certain things because I just like the look of them, how it kind of shaped the build in there, and some of them that were just kind of functional, or things that I didn't want to have any function to. I just wanted to block off certain things, so I didn't have to worry about that in there. And so yeah. So, and then after we get all done with this, I'm going to take you through a tour of it as well, and show you the areas and why I picked the areas that I wanted to. So, yeah. So let me make sure everything's all off here. Let me shut my phone off. Make sure that's not going to be for me. I got some water because I figured it's going to be a lot of talking. Here we go. So, hopefully you enjoy it. And like I said, this is my build and what I did. So we're going to start over here kind of in the middle bottom. So here's the middle bottom area. I kind of kept things about in the location level-wise, because that's the toughest thing about a Star Trek build, is that we don't have anything that's really great for passageway of a slim nature vertically. All right. So you have to use habs to be able to get to it. We do however, have these wonderful passageways, these Nova Cross passageways. That was the other thing I was going to mention here. My character is level 20. I'm taking the game very slow, but I have piloting 4 and ship design 4. So I know that there'll be some more options. And if you want to, comment down below, some of those options as I get up in level that might be a good fit for this, I would love that. I would love that to be able to add, different things. But for character level 20, the places that I've gone to and what I've got, because I've gone to, different shipyards, to Hopetown, to Tayo, to all the different things, you'll be able to see it, right above me, all the things that I have picked. And like I said, if you see things that might work better or look a little bit better, go for it. Really great. This great thing about shipbuilding is that it's you can always add your own spin on it. So, all right. So of course, always like to start with just the landing bay. All right. I like my landing bay so that I can enter it from the front. Entering from the back is a lot of extra running around and stuff. So I picked the NG6 landing bay from Nova. All right. That's where we began. Okay, so these are right here. These are the two sides, the two, power cores and everything like that. The two, I should say power cores because we had power cores, like that. But the two warp bars and everything that we're doing that. So what I did is I had that in there, and I've got a mixture on the bottom row. I did a bottom row and a top row. I didn't want to have, so this is my top row over here. I didn't want to have too much as far as having to, go up and down through ladders in here. So I added just like the Tayo. You're going to see a lot of this Tayo mid-cap bottoms in here because they give us a nice curve to things. Let me see if I can get a nice little shot over here. Gosh, it's so hard to get into, in there. But the sides here and stuff. Well, actually, I could just pick it up now, couldn't I? Pick it up in here and stuff. It gives you a nice curved side to it. And you don't have to worry about, anything as far as passageway. So you can stop it right there. But you do have to have a connector on this side, when you're putting up your, when you're putting up the landing bay. I figured that out because I think a lot of you, just like me, have gone through and you see that it says that the module is not connected. You're like, why? It's connected by the top. So you got to have something over here for it to attach to. So you're going to see a lot of those. So I've got that along the bottom. Then I have mixed in the Pinpoint 4G landing gear. All right, I love that landing gear. It really fits with the theme. All right, another one of those Tayo mid caps and there. And then I have our first landing gear Tayo over here, which I love this one because of that shape. It's almost like having two of these within that. So that's where my next landing gear is. And then I have our engine. So if we go to put that together, so again, we have that attached to our Tayo mid cap, attached to our landing gear, Tayo mid cap, and then we hook that on there, and then we hook on our engine. Boom. All right, and we have that for both sides. So I have the same thing over here. Let's see. I have our Tayo. I have our landing gear, our Tayo again, and then I bring the pinpoint over, and I bring the engine. So it is a C reactor ship, so I'm able to use these big C engines on there. So, all right. So that's our first part in there. Now, then we want the tops. We want the top rows to this. So this I did use our habs. So I have the captain's quarters. Boom. And then I have our workshop. So here's where a little bit of the form and functionality. And I have a couple of cute little, you can put whatever little designs. I got like a little porthole here. I also have a little thruster array for kind of cool. But here's kind of the basic setup, for this. All right. Why I've chosen these is because if I'm going out and I'm trying to, pick up resources or go check out my outposts or going somewhere and I need to use the workshop and I need to sleep because I'm going to be selling some things. That's just right off the bat. I don't have to go to anywhere else in the ship. I just go in the front, go into here to the workshop, make something, come back out. And then if I need to sleep, it's right next door. There's just one door that you open up. And if you open it up and then you do other stuff, it stays open, of course. I don't have to worry about any ladders because I have those bottom pieces that I showed you. Having those bottom pieces right there is really, really amazing. So, like I said, so I don't have to worry about ladders. I don't have to worry about anything. So I'm dealing with just those two things as far as, functional spaces. But the rest of it fills it out very nice so I get the look that I want. All right. And if you kind of, again, you look through the back here, if you can kind of see it, we have that roundedness that we're looking on there. All right. Now, this, as far as making it a little bit more rounded in the front and kind of completing it, I got one of these Stroud's nose caps. I like the lights out there, lights on it, because it, again, works very well with that Star Trek theme where there's a lot of lights in the front. And so that caps that off. And so we've got our nice, little strip there. And to finish off the other side, I have added a landing gear, so an extra landing gear on this side. I have a four bottom Atayo cowling to round that one off, and then again another nose cap. Boom. So let me put the rest of the stuff on here. So we've got that. We've got our on this side I just put living quarters, and then I put an all-in-one berth. So this is kind of like Lower Decks. So if you know the cartoon show, there's probably my favorite Star Trek right now. We've got the Lower Decks over here. So Lower Decks, living quarters, 2x1. But you can go in here and change to whatever you want for any of those things. There's so many options within that. I again have a little porthole here so you can see through. Little thruster thing that makes it fun on takeoff. Again, I have that bottom column that I flipped over, and then I have to match the other side. So we have this with that other side over here. Now, to connect both of them, all right, I have got two of the Nova cross passages in here on each side. Those are wonderful, especially even when you're running through it on the inside. It really makes it feel like you're in Star Trek. So I've got two of those. My centerpiece in here is a all-in-one berth, another Tayo in there. I tried it with like a computer core and some other options, but you have to navigate a few things and things kind of get in your way. So I kind of like it that this has like a nice middle passage where I can go up to the ladder that's going to be in here. So yeah, I've got a porthole out the back. All right, I added some weapon mounts in here. I do have my bottom missiles in here that are going down at the bottom, so I can click that on. And there we go. So then everything else on here is to additive so that I have a straight shot up through all the way up to my first cargo bay area of the disc. So I have a Tayo companionway here. Let's put that down. So because I have the companionway, and I even put it so that you can see through it, so it's really kind of nice and picturesque as you're going up. But there's nothing else in there. You're just going up. My next part on here, all right, is another companionway. Boom. So again, straight shot up. And we're doing this because we don't have anything like what we have for the cross passages to have like a slim connection going on up. And so we have to use this as slim as we can get. All right. And then to round that off, I have a Tayo braking engine here that I flipped upside down. You might recognize it in there, and I have it put there. And that kind of rounds out the connection going to, going to the disc itself. All right. So other than that, I've also put some storage and my tanks, my fuel tanks out here. So I put my fuel tanks over here to round off that squared off piece. But again, I debated where I wanted to put these. You can put them anywhere that you want. And then I put some just light storage for now. I'll probably add some more later. And I have storage on this side going to there. Yeah. So that is the bottom. All right, so that is like kind of like the bottom level of everything and what we're doing there. All right, cool. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is, because it goes off the back here, is that we're going, and it looks the best, we're going to attach the reactor. I'm using the Theta Pinch reactor. All right, that is a C. I'm putting it back there. And then I'm tacking on the grav drive, the NG300, and it just looks really cool off of that back end like that. Yeah, so we got that nice little midsection going on in here. All right. So there we go. Okay, so what is the next level? I said I took it all apart. It's so much stuff that I gotta go next. Okay, the next level here is all of this. All right, so this is helping us with that bottom part of the disc. Again, here, what I mentioned before, here's that Taio mid cap, and I flipped it and I colored it. All right, so I have that on both sides for all of these. All right, I do that again because it's form versus function in here, where I'm like, it gives me that good form for it, and the lack of function because I don't want to have to go through all these extra passageways if I don't want to. All right, the heart of it is this all-in-one berth. The all-in-one over here is going to go out the back here. Right there, I believe. I believe that's right, because here's my midsection. That's my cargo area, because that's the first thing you go up. Yes, that's correct. Yeah, so you have your cargo area. So if you kind of see, here is where it's starting to look like, you know, our I can talk, iconic shape of what we're looking for. All right. So there we go with that cargo hold. So now all of this that I have over here is going to go around that. So let's start with this one. This is going to take me some time. All right. We're going to go here. Oops, is it down one or up one? Where's my thing? There. All right. And this one goes there. I feel like I've got a space in here. Now, what is it that's going? So it's there and there. Is that? I don't have anything around the cargo. Let me see how far I go in there. You guys are going to see this along with me. I know that these are going to hook onto there. So it must be here, there, no. Oh, I know why, because I'm going to have these later. I got it. This is going to connect to here, which is going to connect to there. Does that connect to? Yes. Okay. I think I got it. I first need a good connection down to there. So I can go from there to there to... Interesting. Why isn't that... Am I one off? No. I got it. I got it. It's got to be... If it's there and there, it's got to be hooked onto there. Right? Why do I have... It's got to be there. It's got to be there. Why do I have an extra slot here for the gun? Because I do have a space. There is a space in one of these. But you know what? I'll figure it out. Oh, I know why, because I attached the top piece. I'm like, why did this? So because I'm doing this backwards, it's going to go here, there, there, here. It's when I attach the top pieces. Yeah, this is weird to do it backwards. Yeah, so you're going to go there. I got it. Pro video. Know what you're doing. Yeah. Because when I attach these, I attached this when I had the top part already on it, and I added it to the bottom. There we go. We'll get there. And then this one is going to go there. Is that actually attached to there? I think so. So yeah, these, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to move this here. Move this here. Because those are going to get attached underneath. I'll do it after I get the other stuff up. Boom. There. This guy, the Tayo cap, boom, like that. And then this is always the trickiest part, or just the time-consuming part, because you're going like this. Dun, 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 dun. Oops, I missed it. Let's put this here. Oops. Oh. And this is just going to take a while going back and forth. How's everybody doing? Everybody having a good day? Oh, I knew it when I was placing them out here. I'm like, this is just going to take a while as I go. Boom. That. There we go. Ooh, and all the way over here. And let's see, that. And that's capped on. Good. All right. So yeah, this fills in, and I do have one space on each side for that. So we're going to have to attach the other stuff up there. Okay. So we're good. Anything else? That's the second level. That's the top level. Those are the sides and stuff like that. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is this stuff over here. So this is our next level. So I have picked, after we do the cargo, so you come up, you're in the cargo bay, you got a little bit of living, you got a little all-in-one in there. And this one I went with the Nova Galactic cargo bay. I just like that one a little bit better. Then we're going up to computer core. So the computer core is next. So we're bringing this over. Boom, boom, boom. And we're putting that, I believe, right there. It's one over, right, for the make this work. And then we have this. Boom. I picked the engineering bays because they were 3x1s. And I put one on each side. Boom. Just like this. Boom. All right. And then here, we've got a workshop. So I have my second workshop. I put the second workshop. It just looked good in there. And then if I'm ever, in my the top portion of the saucer, then I'm able to work up there. I don't have to go all the way down. Because the workshop is the thing that you use kind of the most. All right. And then on this side, it's going to attach to an infirmary. On this side, it's going to be the science lab. They do the same things basically. So basically you got this side and that side for each one in there. So I like that. And then we have, okay. So this is that cover on the top that's going to make everything connect over there. I like it. Let's keep with this way. Let's see. So for over here, we're putting in these little things, these little Nova Cowlings. We're putting them in backwards because we need a little space for the very top piece for the bridge to work out correctly. All right. So we put these on a little corner like that. All right. Then these again are going, here is our Cowlings things. They're going to connect to the bottoms here. All right. Actually, hold on. Going to move over to there. They're the three in the middle. Boom, boom, boom. All right. And then we are going to then go over, let's see, what's our next thing? These three attach in the front. These are our nose caps. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. All right. And then we are taking we have these beautiful little side, I love these so much. These shroud caps, really, really cool. I've got a bottom one and a top one on each side. These are going to round out. Oops, I'm going to go up a little bit, up a little bit. The sides right there. The sides right there. Boom. I do the same thing on this side. Let's go up a little bit, up a little bit. Boom. Sides right there. This one right there. Now hopefully you guys will all see how this kind of all comes together. And then I have the front section in here that's going to cover all of that. Round that off a little bit. Oh, look at that. It looks so good. Ooh, I actually went a little bit too far with these. These go back one. Sorry about that. I go back one. Boom. All right. And then now we can see, I think we're doing, top level insides now. So this cap up here, all right, I put over all of this and had it connect there. All right, so I'm having it connect to the back there. Boom. And because it has connection points underneath, now we can put these side ones that we're looking, because we want this to connect to there. Look at that. That to connect to there. I put space under here only because I'm like, you know what? We could probably make something out of that. Oops, they go one more back. Sorry. One more back. I had too many engines at one point, so I had to get rid of one and then creatively figure out how to do that. My White Dwarf engines are here. That's why I only have two of them. I have a Nova Cowling upside down. It's the 2L-BM, and I've got a laser turret hooked onto that. But I'll talk about the guns again in a second. So yeah, so one space in each, just in case I need to add something later, maybe a little something for shipping of goods or something like that, or whatever we need. So I do have a space under there, or you can copy it and just fill it in with another one of those port bottoms. You do that as well. All right, so now that is nice and covered. Let's go down a little bit so you can see that a little better. It's nice and covered. We've got that. It's now starting to get a little rounder shape. So from that little cargo area that we had, again, now we're starting to get a little bit more. So like I said, even at this point, it's, not braggy or anything like that. It's just because I wanted a bigger and more of a disc feel than some of the other builds that I've seen. This is, I think, bigger than a lot of the ones, or almost all of the ones that I've seen so far. And I think that's where people kind of might have stopped in some of their designs. So I went a little bit bigger. So what I wanted to do, because I didn't want anything more as far as or too much more. I do have a couple of habs on the side there, but I just want things to round it out. So let's take the computer core. I'll lift that up a little bit. I attach that to the bottom, which I actually have to put this. Let's see. I've got to do this in a certain way. for that to hook on, I believe I've got to do these first. Yeah, so these are the Nova Cowling. Again, I got that in Hopetown. No, so we do that first. We hook it under. No, let's see. How did I do that? Dun 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 dun. That's a certain way. Was it just there? Okay, I did that. There we go. And then I hook this underneath. There we go. Yeah, it's a certain way it has to go. Hope that makes sense. So to connect to these right here, I have to put those at the side like that. So that works out for that. I'm now able to hook that to the side. Same thing with these. Put that there. Put that there. Boom. I attach my gun, my turret, over. I think I put it on the back part of the ship there. Yeah. Is that what I did? Or did I put it towards the front? Let's see. I have this gun right there. So that gun right there. Perfect. All right. So I do the same thing for the other side. Again, I picked the computer cores. This is kind of the big thing. These don't connect. If you notice, these don't have any passageways. So the last passageways that you are going to see and have access to are the infirmary and the engineering bay and the science lab in the engineering bay. Again, I did this so I didn't have to go into so many rooms and have so many doors and connection points. So this, even though they're habs, are actually just for show. So we'll get this. Let's see if I can get it over. So where's my connection point? It is. Boom. Come on. You know you want to connect. You could go there. I think I might have to do the top first. Yes. Is that right? No, one over. That top first, which allows that to connect. It's all a little finicky, and that's correct, right? Yeah. And then that allows me to put that on, which allows me to put that on, which allows me to put that on, which allows me to put that on, and allows me to put my gun there, my turret. Wonderful. All right, and let's see. Before I forget, I know it's out here, and I've got my really big shield. I picked the big gun, the 1451. That one is the Vanguard, because I joined the Vanguard, and I put it there. And then I put, actually, no, I didn't put it there. I put that there, and I did it exactly across from it. Boom. So we got that. And that, this is my, the extender port for the Docker. So I did the extender port 200 Docker from Tayo. So I did that one. So, all right. We're doing fantastic, everybody. How long has this been going? How long have I been recording? Half an hour. Okay, we're doing good. Stay hydrated, everybody. Stay hydrated. All right. We're doing fantastic. So look at this. It's really starting to look amazing. And by amazing, I mean off by one. I didn't think these things lined it up with that. Look at that. It's off-centered. This should be over to here. This should be over to here. This should be in the middle there. Look at that. See? Perspective. You zoom out. I love it. I bet there was some people, they're looking at that. It's like, that's not rounded. That looks like poo. And I'm like, oh, yeah, it does. All right, let's go with that. I love the shipbuilding so much. All right, let's move that. Oop. Come over here. Boom. Boom. Because I was ready to do my big speech. Look how great and rounded that looks. No, it doesn't look rounded at all. Boom. 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 Oh, not the gun. Leave the gun. Take the cannoli. There it is. All right. Da, 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 da. Look at that. Look how good that looks. Like I said, this is the thing that's what I started with when I was making this, minus like the engines. I'm like, how do I get this to look like more of a disc? And I had to go 2 levels. Look at that front. Oh my gosh, I love the lights in there. Oh my gosh. So if people are having a hard time making a disc like that, this is what you do. All right. And like I said, I love the thrusters in the back here because it's like the separation thing when that calls for it, everything. So you've got the engines on there. So it makes total sense. I love it. So, all right. Now we just got to top it off. All right. We've got to top it off. We've got, like I said, we got the guns. We got all that stuff in there. So let's bring this over. So we have, of course, the Cabot C3 bridge. Now, the reason a lot of people like using this bridge, all right, is because not only does it look cool, got a lot of space for, for a bridge in here, but if you connect it to all, because it's got 6 connectors on the back, when you connect it, you don't have to use any ladders in it because there's a stairwell in this main part over here. So you've got the stairwell over here, so you get access to the top and to the bottom, no ladders. So it really frees up the space so you're not bumping the ladders or having to go up anywhere. So this whole top section of this has from the engineering bay, the science, the infirmary, the under engineering bay, the computer core, the workshop, and now the control station up here with my last piece, the battle station, which is just appropriate. All of that, no ladders. All of that is nice and connected. It makes for a really nice space within there. And again, I picked the battle station at Tayo. I just like that look of it and that roundedness. And I did the control station on there because it just kind of fit a little additional because there is no 3x2 in the tiles, at least not at my level. So maybe that's something I'll be able to switch later. And then to round off the tops of that, I put a nice little Demos bumpers here. Rounded out that top part. Boom. I do the same thing for the other side. Over here. Boom. Oops. No, get out of that. Boom. And I grab this. And I put that over there. And then I have our 3 portholes over here. Boom. So that you can look out on the battle station. Helps to kind of round out the backside. Boom. And there. Wonderful. Is that it? 2 errors. What are my 2 errors? What else do I have in here? Unattached module, ship size, exceeds length, width, or height. Oh, that must mean I've got something loose. Where's something loose? Well, that was one of the things that I had to really worry about was the length of it all. You know, how that worked. Now, unattached modules. Let's see. I remember that I could do a select all. And it would show what was not attached. Oh, wow. Is that not all attached? All those sections? Let me see. Okay. How are you? Oops. Boom. Stop it. Go back just in case I loosen something. All right. that's attached. That's attached. That should be attached. That should be attached. Let's move this. Boom. Let's move this. Yeah. Is that a little bit better? Yes. Oh. I don't know why it's giving it separate. Well, one of the things I can say about it is that you could also get, it might have been that when I originally did it, that I used the ones over here that you could attach, like the science lab, and then I switched it out afterwards. And maybe that's why it did not give me the attachment errors. So you can fool with that. So basically what's happening is that, all right, so those are attached. Those are not attached. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you can go through and figure out, which modules, are attached or what. That is weird. Now certain things are attached. Oh my gosh. Trust me, it does work. In there, so it's just finding where those loose modules are. So anyway, yeah, let's undo that so you see it. So this is the build. Yeah, I hope you all like it. It's really amazing. It really gave me a lot of fun. All right, guns that I use, you can go use whatever guns that you want. I've got a whole bunch of Vanguard obliterators for mine. I have them kind of underneath here as well. And then I just started getting turrets. So I put those there as well and stuff. And it says, they said, because I don't want you guys thinking that that it says ship size exceeds the maximum length, width, or height. It actually it's got to be something with that module in there. Why it won't check out in there, but that's just kind of finding out which parts is not. But that is the length, because I painstakingly had to go back and move it. The reason why the saucer placement is where it is because of that in there. So yeah. So there is the ship. So let's get out of here. We'll cancel modification, stuff like that. Boom. So there's our thing with everything working correctly. That's one of the things that I kind of wish with Starfield, is that you could save partway through. That you, with the shipbuilding, is that you have to have a completed build when that works. So that's a little frustrating. So when I made this and had everything put together, you have to do it in so many stages for it to work out within that. So anyway, all right, let's give you a tour of the inside. So let's get out of here. All right. Where am I? I am in, I have forgotten where I am. Oh yeah, I'm in here. So, boom, 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 boom. There she is. And let's give you the tour of the ship. Excuse me for a burp. Dun, 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 dun. So we go on through here. There. Boom. Board. Oh my gosh, can somebody tell me why Andrea shows up on my ship when I don't have her as a companion anymore? I've got her at the lodge. She just shows up. Hi. I mean, I don't mind, but why does she keep showing up? All right, so here's the workshop that we talked about. We came in that side. All right, go in here. Here is our captain's quarters, so I can do the quick sleep if I need to advance time at all. All right, and the door is open. And now here's that really cool hallway I told you about. with the connectors. So we go on through here. This is where we've got the going up part. All the way over into here. Boom, boom, boom. And I've got over here just living quarters. This is the lower decks. Right into here. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Now let's go back to the middle. So remember, in the middle here, I have it set up so that all you've got to do is go to here, and now you're going all the way up to the top. Because these are just companionways. There's nothing here other than a nice porthole view. You keep going. Keep on going. Until here. And this is that big 3x2 cargo area. So we have this wonderful cargo area. 3x2. It's the foundation of the front side. And everything that we're doing over here. All right. It's connected out the back with another living area. More living area for my crew. Beds back there. And then I go over here and then go to the ladder. Now this is going to take us to our computer core. So remember we have that level. This is the first level of what connects to the bridge. So we've got this computer level here. If we go over here, we should have a science. So here's our science lab with our research areas. Down that way we have, of course, our engineering, that 3x1 that we put on. All right, so all this is computer core area, computer stuff. Makes a ship run. We go here. There's that extra workshop in case I'm doing stuff here. Don't want to go all the way back down. Then, of course, over here, we've got our infirmary. And then over here, we've got our other engineering lab, the 3x1, with our, this is where we have our connector, where we have it for our docking bay, for our docking. So, all right. So then we're here. So then here's the door for the bottom part. And here are the stairs. Again, the stairs are the reason why, if you don't know, why you don't have all those extra ladders around. All right. So we go in here, that beautiful view that you have. I love this bridge so much. Really nice. And then now I'm up on the second, and here is our battle station. Beautiful battle station. Love the look of this. You got this area all around here. Your navigation console. And then to just kind of continue the look, I added the combat area. What was this one called? Combat station. Yeah. There you go. Combat station. Boom. There and there. And then our bridge. So, yeah. So, there we go. And like I said, I've got, for my points in here, I've got my piloting up to 4. And I just got my Starship design maxed out. And I am level 20. And I have heard from people that as your level goes up, you'll have more things available to you as well. So I guess Starship design, piloting, and your level contribute to what you're looking at with it. So yeah. So and let's see. You can't read because my picture is there. Actually, can I move it for a second, just so you can see the rest of it? Yeah. So this is what we're looking at. So ship overview. 300 fuel. It's the hull is an 884. The cargo is I think that's 860. That says in there. It's a C reactor. Can hold up to 9 crew. The jump is 19 light years. The shielding 1450. And there's my guns. The and then I have the turrets. I've got 2 of them on the top and 1 in the back. Those are fun. In there, and we've got our missiles that are in the front underneath. In there, mass is 1819, which I can't believe is. I've had people come into my stream and be like, "How is that only 1819?" I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, this be just whatever parts and stuff like that I happen to use in there. So, really great ship, a lot of fun. Like I said, because of the size, it relates the most to what I think an Enterprise of that class looks like in there. And like I said, certain placement of things did just because of either aesthetics or just kind of the function of everything, of being able to move around. You have so many options within this to be able to do that. And like I said, as you're building this, if you ran into that little trouble that I hit at the end, I think you'd be able to kind of figure it out and move some of the parts around so that it all comes out. Because that was one of the tricky things when I was building this. I had to really be concerned with the size and the length of it, that I couldn't have any more length. I'm not sure if when you go up higher levels, if a longer ship is more optional, because I thought I've seen just more crazy designs out there that are longer than that, but it's a little hard to tell with this scale because it's so big. So a lot of fun. I also took it into a couple of fights and everything, and then chat was cheering. We were having a lot of fun with it. So this is my contribution to the shipbuilding community. I've been enjoying watching all of your videos. If anyone's in here that builds videos, I've been liking them so much inspiration. I didn't know that was going to be a thing for me in Starfield. I've been loving the game, and the shipbuilding I think is my favorite part so far. So yeah. Again, hope you enjoyed it. I hope I was clear on all this stuff, and if I'm not, hey, put a comment below. I would love to know or clarify stuff for you on how everything works, and I think you have a lot of fun building it. I hope there's some people that give it a try, because it's so much fun, and especially when it wait, we got to show it going off into space. Hold on, we can't end it that way. Hold on, let's see it lift off. I can hear people yelling. Let it do the ship. Let it go. Here we go. Should we have our music? Da 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 da. Let's see. I've been having the sound off. Let's put the sound back on, and let's hear these engines roar. Here we go. Yeah! I love it. Thank you, everybody. I hope you really enjoyed the build. It's so much fun. Really, really great. I had a blast. So, thank you again for taking the time and watching this. Sorry I get a little wordy and some of this stuff. I just had such a good time with it and everything. So, maybe more build videos in the future if this one goes well. So, we'll see. So, thank you, everybody. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.